So today we're going to do something a little cool with Muse. One of the things that they do very well is scrolling effects. And this is when you scroll up and down a website and on one page and you see something happen. You see either some motion happen or you see things come in and out of focus. So we're going to take one page and we're going to create that effect. And we're going to take just some random page here. We're going to make sure that there's no master on that page. Taking off the master. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a bit of an animation where we have some text and we have some flying by images too. So we're going to go ahead and place maybe 2 images, and we're going to go back to these kinds of crazy little drawings. And we're going to have them in their final positions here, and we're going to bring in some text as well. And what we're going to do for these purposes is we are going to find some lorem ipsum, which is the standard Latin dummy text that you use as a designer to create the idea of text that looks like real text on a page. And this is something you can just Google and select a whole bunch of it and stick it in your website. Now this looks like real text, it's not, but for design purposes it creates that nice block of dummy stuff. And so you can really design around it. We're going to have about fairly large, and this is going to be the final phase of it. And as we scroll down, we're going to see it kind of come into play. So we're going to go to our scroll effects. We're going to first select the object that we want. We're going to first get that image to move. And we're going to do a motion scroll. So you see this little tab right here? So scroll effects. This is what we want to use. Okay. So you can do lots of different things. You can have opacity. You can have motion. You can have a slideshow. And you can have some animation using edge, but we won't get to that right now. We're going to do just a quick little motion scroll. So we're going to click in motion. This is the starting point. So this little key position is where the scroll starts. And you want to allow yourself a good amount of room. So we're going to start it maybe down here. Start that key position all the way up here. Okay? Now, where does this move? We want it to move in from the side. So we're going to have no motion up and down, but we are going to have motion from side to side. So we're going to have it coming in from here, from the right, and moving into the left. And we're going to have it come in maybe 1.5 times faster than the scroll speed. That's what this means. This is 1.5 times. Okay, and here's the nice long definition for you. You don't need to worry about that. If you want to have it faster or slower, you just kind of tap these little buttons up here. Same thing that I want for this guy. All right, this is going to be his, maybe let's allow some more room down here. This will be his final resting spot. We're also going to have a bit of a motion, and we're going to start that scroll up top, which means this is when the user gets here, the scroll starts. Okay, it's a little difficult to understand unless you actually see it in action. And we're going to have it come in from the other side. So let's have it go about twice as fast as well. A little faster now. Maybe we just take it like that. Okay, make that motion a little bit more dramatic. Okay, great. So now let's preview what we've done. You can see what we've done, and we can adjust it as we go. Now, you probably are not going to see very much happening because as we scroll, there's nowhere to scroll. Yeah, we have to make the page actually has to be big enough. So we need to scroll some more. All right, let's do that then. Let's move these guys down a little bit so we actually get some scrolling action in here. There we go. All right, let's preview this. Let's see what happens. Now it's cooking. So as we scroll down, now it needs to scroll more. We don't have quite enough space in there yet, but you can see it's starting to come together a little bit. I'm using my mouse to scroll. This is how it starts, a blank page, and as you scroll down, these guys come in. But we're going to have more room. So we're going to pull this down even more because it's twice as fast. We're going to increase the speed on this, and we're going to move this down too. There we go. And maybe we have a third element in there just for kicks. Let's have a nice little box. And in honor of my daughter, I will make it pink. Because I guess she's into purple now, so we're going to make it purple. And we're going to put that in the very back, right behind everything. I right-click, arrange, send it to back. Okay, so this would make her happy, I think. Although it's hard to know these days. She's very particular. So we're going to have this box come in right behind it, just for fun. And we're also going to have a scroll effect on that as well. And that's going to start a little bit higher up. So we allow for something to happen. And this one is going to come up from the bottom. We're going to have it come up from below. We're not going to have any scrolling left to right. Okay? So let's have a look at this and see what we've got. So here's my user coming onto a screen is, it's blank. There's nothing here. Well, then he scrolls down and all kinds of stuff starts to happen. He's scrolling down. Now we need to have more space. You can see that we need more space still because it's just starting to scroll in. And I need to get rid of that line around the box. So let's work on this a little bit, all right? First thing we're going to do, we're going to take this line off the box because we don't like that. We're going to move our key positions higher up on the page, okay? So the scrolling starts to happen much sooner. We're going to do that for all of our elements here. This one too. We're going to see that it starts moving much too late. We want to have it start moving much sooner, okay? And you'll also see when it's maybe too soon. We'll see what that looks like as well. So yeah, see this comes in much too late. Because it's only going about twice as fast as the user is scrolling. So now let's see what that looks like. Okay, now you can see it already starting to come in. Now it's too fast. See, we've done the opposite. We've started it too soon. We want to start it so that you don't see it at all. And it's a big surprise. But you do see the effect here. Okay, so let's go back. Starting too soon here. Let's start this. This is also starting much too soon. We don't want to see it at all. Okay. Maybe there. Now this is also an element that you want to think about if it's what we call below the fold. And that means that it's below the scroll bar. Okay, so I come to a blank page, looks blank to me. I start scrolling and boom. Cool, huh? Now you know what's really cool about this? It's HTML5, which means you can see it in your iPads and cell phones. There we go. The other fun thing you can do with this is have an opacity. So let's select that box. And you see the second tab on my scroll effects. I'm going to make it less opaque coming in. So let's see what happens here. All right, let's preview this. And now you can see it starting. Oh, I did it the opposite way. So I had it coming in solid and then disappearing as it comes in. Now, actually, that's the opposite effect from what I want, but that's okay. We can adjust that. But you can see how that works, right? I put this to 100%, but I don't want that to be 100%. I do it like around 50%, something like that. Good. Now let's have another preview. Blank page. Oh, no, it's not. That still didn't kick in, but we'll fix that. You keep adjusting it until it's ready for you. But anyway, this is your scrolling effect. Pretty cool.